Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arachak Kodash. Double honor is given to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, all who like that to push not this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To all you alchemists, say Shalom. I am the Akira. I am from the servants Yahweh Yahushai Cam, coming in with the quick hit. I wanted to defile thy temple. I wanted 2 points, which is, I'm not supposed to smoke weed. Alright, just a quick thought that that I do lessen. But also at the same time, we're not supposed to be eating these abominable foods. So there's the book of 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, verse 16. It reads, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh?" Which that word temple, it could be interchangeable with the word body, alright, or tabernacle, because it's basically going to this flesh, which is a habitation of the spirit. Alright, right now we are just inhabiting this body, this flesh. It's a temple. So know ye not that you're the temple of Yahweh, and that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you, because the spirit of the Lord, dwells within you. I remember I was watching one of the brothers, and the brothers made mention that because of that, you're not just some ordinary person, man. Alright, and I was meditating on how, you being in this truth, you're a man, you're a real man, compared to the guy that don't have this thing. Alright, he's not in the ministry, he doesn't have the spirit of the Lord. He's just an ordinary guy. There's a difference there's a fine line between being a guy and a man. But going on, it says, if any man defile the temple of Yahweh, him shall Yahweh destroy. And I was watching the brother, and the brother made mention that because the Lord dwells within us, we're supposed to conduct ourselves, in a holy manner. All right, I was in this scripture. It's like it's this verse right here. It says, "The temple of Yahweh is holy, which temple you are." And this is going to how, "Be ye holy as I am holy." All right, so we're supposed to connect ourselves, in a holy manner. All right, holy meaning sanctified, separated from the masses of these people. We cannot be doing the same shit like Jake, man. All right, doing the same old things that they do. All right, that being, praising the Lord for eating pork and smoking weed because it's healthy and beneficial to the body. No, it ain't. All right, so we're just going to how, he shall be wiser than Daniel, because, the Lord gave the spirit on Esau to, seek out these deep things that nobody knew, back in the ancient world for thousands of years until now. So now with these new studies, they ultimately, prove that these things are bad for the body, So we're supposed to be careful in what we're supposed to be careful of our intake. That's why brothers always make the mention, stop eating much processed foods. All right, start eating, more nutritious foods, whole foods. All right, now show your egg whites or your egg beaters. You could eat them too. All right, although they ain't whole eggs, they're beneficial too. All right, they're low calories, 5 grams of protein. That's good if you're cutting and whatnot. All right, if you're into that. But going on, this is the book of Genesis, the 1st chapter, verse 26. It reads, and Alahayim, all right, because, going back into the old, Genesis 1 breakdown, the other Apostle Tahar made, way back, he made mention that word God, which, really translates to the word power, or in the Hebrew, it's Alahayim, which means power, the power. Allah meaning power, Ha meaning the, Yam is plural for many. Now that's going to the angels and Yahweh Shai. So, and Alahayim said, "Let us make man in our image." And what is the image? The Alahayim, which is, it's order, man. Order. So, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So we're the apex, man. We're dominant. All right, which back in the ancient world, the spirit on animals was to, fear man. All right, the Lord even told Noah that the animals shall run away from him. Really perfect, isn't right there. in the book of Genesis, the 9th chapter. All right, but the other Apostle Torah made mention that part of that dominion is knowing what foods to eat and not to eat. All right, going now with order. So going back to 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, we're supposed to conduct ourselves in a good manner. Be holy as I am holy, as the scriptures say. I forget what precept that was, though. But this is the book of Leviticus, 11th chapter, which the Lord gave us these laws, man. All right, and the scriptures go into how it shall be our wisdom in the sight of the nations. And it reads in verse 4, it says, all right, I'm going to start with verse 2, actually verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth, whatsoever parteth the hoof, and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as a camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, and that's a big thing, man. That's a big, course. With Jake, man, they love to, strip the pork. Just like how you had Gad, they dwell around the buffalo, the bison. They would use the whole body, or they use the meat to eat. The horns for tools, leather, for clothing and warmth. Same thing, with the pork, Jake into that. They be stripping the pork skins. They be, drying it, frying it. Now you got fried pork skins to eat with hot sauce, and they be eating the meat, in the tacos and the tortas and things of that sort. They also be, stripping the organs, eating the intestines. Now you got chitlins and all that shit, man. All right, Jay, they they're whack, man. They're wilding out with that. And the swine, the way divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yeah, he shall not the cut. He is unclean unto you. Yeah, because what does he do? All right, what does a pig or a swine do? All right, they're basically scavengers. They eat garbage, man. They I don't want to, be too expressive, if you will, but they sleep in their own shit, rolling in the mud, they eat their own shit too. They eat garbage, It's been known that pigs eat little corpses, man. You got cadavers. They go to and they start, munching on it. They bite hard, man. So of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean unto you. And, eating that is part of the reason why people, get heart disease and whatnot. You guys die early. All right, you guys die at the age of 49 and things of that sort because you guys be eating this stuff. And it's really poisonous, man. All right, just like eating chips all the time. Hey, people have, I know some Eve, way back when she was little, that when we were little, she kept on eating, flaming hot chips, and eventually she had to get surgery. All right, because I forget what happened in her stomach line. They got burnt because of that. But yeah, all that stuff is poisonous. You're not supposed to eat it. All right, and you guys won't listen. That's why you guys die. So we're just going to how. Hey, you even had Jake in this thing that took that thing and they died too, man. All right, the Lord will destroy you. All right, the book of Romans, the 6th chapter, verse 23, even made mention. So like, bear with me, Akim. Yeah, the wages is in this death. Hey, the Lord is displeased with this stuff. He's displeased. But I'm ended up in the book of Sirach, the 38th chapter. Because I was only going to 2 points. We're not supposed to eat these abominable foods. But also, and also like to mention, a lot of our foods are tainted, man. So there's really nothing that we can do when it comes to the food, in captivity, because hey, we're in captivity, man. All we can do is just pray, but also making wise decisions. But digressing back, this is the book of Sirach, the 30th chapter, because people out here, literally be smoking and whatnot, talking about it's good. No. All right, your lungs will get black, man, and you'll be known as black lung very soon. You back in school, you always had that Red Cross or whatever it's called. The that one brand, the Truth brand or whatever. They bring in their truck, and then your class or your teacher, guys, he walks you to the truck, and then you see all these, presentations of why you shouldn't smoke and what happens if you do that. Whether it be your tobacco or weed and whatnot. Because Jake be coming up with all sorts of excuses. It's of the earth. The Lord created the herbs for healing. Well, no shit, but you're not supposed to smoke it. All right. When the Lord said when the scripture's going to Sirach, the 30th chapter, in verse 4, it says the Lord had created medicines out of the earth. When the Lord created medicines out of the earth, He made it for you to be healed. Such as, I searched it up and it said how is tobacco used for medicine. And it makes the mention tobacco leaves are applied to cuts as an antiseptic and to stop bleeding. All right, it's not for you to get high and start tripping and whatnot. Hell no. Same thing goes with all those psychedelics he has to be taking, man. All right, you look at another article. It means at present the main production of tobacco is cigarettes, which that's no. Right? The Lord's against it. The Lord's against it, and that's off. However, tobacco has active antibacterial compounds. All right, such as phenols, alkaloids, and essential oils. Therefore, tobacco can be used in the health sector. Hey, see? So you could use those, to cuts, man. You could apply the leaves for good cuts. And that's why, go back in verse 4, it says the Lord had created medicines out of the earth, that being herbs, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Hey, see, so you guys aren't wise. Or you guys are really straight out demons, right? Buying that stuff and smoking it. That's really abhor. That's really abuse. All right, that's really forget that one word, something abuse. You guys abusing the herbs that the Lord created out of the earth for our sakes. But I'm gonna end it off right there. And hopefully this quickie was edifying. To the next one, I say shalom.